What was your motivation for focusing on broadband access this session? And can you speak to what you've been working on in the Capital Budget Committee?
I'm focusing on broadband this session because in the midst of this public health crisis and the related economic depression, broadband is essential. It's equivalent to the electrification process that went on during and after the Great Depression. Citizens are relying on broadband for education, for being able to work from home, and to be able to access, medical services and diagnoses from home, telemedicine. And so this is the most critical time. We should have built this infrastructure up previously, but now is the next best time. Some of the things I'm working on, well, particularly with the capital budget, we are advising the state on the amount of money to invest in infrastructure for broadband and the institutions that are going to implement the policy and spend the money. So I was asked to convene a broadband working group as a subcommittee of the Capital Budget Committee. We started working on this in mid-January, and we met with stakeholders and various individuals involved in funding broadband infrastructure. And we made a recommendation to the Chairman Theringer of the Capital Budget Committee. And we are waiting for the capital budget to be revealed to see if our recommendation was accepted.
You've spoken about broadband access being an equity issue. Can you elaborate on that?
Broadband really it's like a three-legged stool. So there's the infrastructure. That's having access to broadband in your community. And in many rural communities and in Native American areas, they don't have the infrastructure there to have broadband. And there are a lot of people of color and also lower income people that have that problem. So allowing public utility districts to offer retail broadband services, that's what the state has to provide, because the infrastructure is not there. And when the infrastructure is not there, there are not companies to provide retail service. Senator Honeyford's bill, Senate Bill 5357, I think correctly concentrates all of the spending through the broadband office so that we can have some consistency in the standards of how we spend. In the cities, it's more of an affordability issue. And so the other legs of the broadband stool, other than infrastructure, are devices. So you have to have a device that's allows you to communicate and connect to the internet. And then also Representative Gregerson's bill, which is going to provide money for devices. That is going to be really important, particularly for schools that are working remotely, making sure every student has access to the internet through a device. And also we need digital navigators. We need people to teach individuals how to use the technology more effectively. And so it's an equity issue because in all three areas, in rural areas, we don't have the infrastructure, and more urban areas, we don't have affordable broadband for individuals. And we also don't have digital navigators to help people through the problem. So I've been coordinating with all of the other senators and representatives on these bills, and we've been working together because we recognize all three legs of the stool. Infrastructure, devices, and digital navigators are required for us to bridge the digital divide.